Hi, and welcome to a new episode in Luderia, where today we're setting up a workshop, a proper workshop this time, and adding a couple more buildings with farms in them to our little town. I've been living out of this house for about 400 in-game days, and this is the workshop I've been working with. And then, of course, we've got a little bit in the basement as well. Some crushers and a auto crafter, or mechanical crafter, I should say. I think it's time to set up a proper workshop. Right here, you can see this little laid out system or laid out area that I have. Right here, we'll set up a workshop that has everything we need, plus a little more, for the actual rest of the game, technically. I've collected everything, so every create component I need, but plus some blocks here and there for the actual building. I kind of went with this block palette again. Don't know what it's gonna look like, but I do have a layout for all the machines, so I'd say let's get some digging done, because I do need a little basement, and we'll figure out the rest later. Okay, so we have a hole that is quite a bit bigger than what we actually need. Most of all these like little sticky outy bits over there and over here are going to be covered up again with dirt and stuff, but that's mostly because I want easy access for the farms that we're building to supply our workshop with power. First things first is I want to build a little lava farm, and I want to get a supply of water as well. And I'm doing this first because I want the water or the lava to build up before we get the actual engine in. So yeah, let me get everything I need for a lava farm, which should all be in here somewhere. And then I'll get back to you. We've built lava farms before. They're pretty straightforward. Nothing too special about them. We're just gonna go with the good old-fashioned, the one that we know. One like this, we do that. And because we're gonna be able to see this, we're gonna like surround this a little bit with some nicer bricks as well. Not the lower part, just the part that we're gonna see. And then the only thing I need to do is get on here and get all of these guys in. And then all we need to do is get some lava in here. Now I'm going to do that last. First of all, I want to get my tanks and stuff up here so I can get a backup of lava. 2 tanks. 1, let's do lava a little bit bigger because I do want a larger backup of that. We'll get a floor underneath here in a second. But first, we need to get actual lava up there. So those are going to be our supply tubes. Now I just need power. I'm gonna link all of this up. I'm gonna temporarily bring power over from either there or here. But yeah, let me get everything hooked up. Let me get some lava in here and have this actually function before we start anything else. And that should be a functional farm. So it's temporarily powered with this chain conveyor over here. In the long run, I want this entire building to run in its own steam engine so I can run it at full power. But I'm going to let this back up a bit before attempting a steam engine on its own. Okay, we're going to start on the steam engine, and I basically want to make a bigger version of this diesel-like looking engine. So yeah, I've got everything I need. Probably more than what I need. And we're going to position it above this hole. That way we can take pipes from over there all the way over here. This is going to be our boiler. This is going to be our buffer for our water. So we're going to put some pumps in there. Looking nice. And then I need to get, I think I'm going to do 8 engines. I've got 10, but I think I'm going to do 8 engines on here. And then the only thing we need to do is have this go up 4 like that. And then up here I need to do that, and hook these up together like so. Now, because this is a bigger boiler and I don't think the actual speed of these is going to be enough, I'm going to go and grab a speed controller. I should have a couple of here. Yeah, a couple of them in here. And then a large cog, of course. So I am going to put... how do I do this? I could do this, then that. Put you up here, and then that. Technically would work, and then the only thing I need to do is that. Beautiful. Of course, we'll have to like jumpstart this, but that kind of makes sense. But this technically is the entire engine. Now I need to hook up these guys to our lava tank, and I need to hook this guy up to our water tank. Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'll bring you back in for the kickstart of the entire system. Okay, I got everything hooked up. I have 14 buckets of lava, which should technically be enough to keep up with this rate. And then we've got plenty of water as well. So technically, if I kickstart this, which I probably can do by just connecting these guys, I hope. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Okay, we are getting heat, which is good. It's a good sign. The question is, are we getting... We're not getting enough water. I could add more water over here. Technically. Yeah, I'm just gonna add a secondary puddle over here and make sure that we're just pulling in enough water, I guess. Okay, and that's about it. I mean, we're capping off at heat, and that's mostly because we can heat these up better with blaze cakes. But overall, this is good. It's looking good. And we're not even connected to this guy. So I could probably take this one down. Continue to spin everything based on those guys. Look at that. So we have the layout of all of our mechanisms or systems. We have a normal press, then we have a press in a basin for compacting stuff. We've got 3 types of mixers. We'll have one heated one. Then we'll have a normal one, just dry one. And then this one will be supplying by water from our tank over there. We've got a saw, we've got a deployer, and then a washer and a crusher as well. As you can see, nothing's running, nothing has power. The only thing I need to do is hook things up, which I will do off camera because, you know, it's gonna be a lot of crawling underneath things and like getting through things. First of all, I wanted to set up the retrieving end of things. And I'm gonna need a chest for that, which we have over here. I'm gonna need a drawer controller for that. And I think that's about it. So basically, as you can see, all of these output into a spruce drawer that is unlocked, which is the key to this entire thing. Because what I'm going to do is add a drawer controller over here, and then we'll hook all of these up together, and this is going to be our main output. So we're going to put one of these up here, outputting into a chest in here. That means wherever I put something in, the processed item will end up in this chest over here. Now, for the power, this is gonna just be a cut for you guys. It's gonna take me about, I don't know how long, I'd guess about an hour, but I'll just cut to the finished product with everything going, and then I'll see you all back. That should be everything. Now, I do want to test out if this system works, so let's grab a couple of, let's just say iron pieces, iron ingots, and we'll put them in this barrel, which should get them all stamped into sheets, and they should exit over there. So, and it's pretty much instant, which is great. Not having to wait about packages moving around. Just instant processing, which is nice. This is good. Now, I do need to get some of these set up, but before I do that, I want to get some walls around here and get the second floor moving, because I do have some more contraptions on the second floor. Think about a system that is gonna sand rose quartz. We have systems to make precision mechanisms. We have systems to make oxidized copper, stuff like that. It's all gonna go on the second floor. So, second floor is in. I've already started getting some of the belts in, but this is gonna be our system to oxidize copper, and we're gonna automatically wax it as well. So we're gonna do that. Give you the block right there. And then I do have this little thing over here. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Where we have space for a pipe coming out of here. And then we'll kind of branch off over here and make sure that we can connect up to all of these guys. Like so. We'll get some pumps in here. Set those up. Like so, and then we'll connect them all together. So we only need to access one. So those are going to be filled with water. And then we'll, if we wanted to be fully exposed or fully oxidized, we'll put it in here. If we only want it to be exposed, we'll put it in here, and so on. That is system 1. I'll get the rest in, like, and power. I'll get power and like the rest in later. Mostly trying to explain how it works. So over here we have a very simple system, like so. Then this is going to be an input, and that is going to be an input. We'll have 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. These are all going to be linked up. And this is basically going to make precision mechanisms. We do have a filter that kind of denies all of the wrongly made. So if a precision mechanism fails and it becomes one of these items, it'll also go into the main storage, except for if it turns back into a golden sheet, then it'll just rotate back through. And then over here we'll do shoot, shoot, shoot with a barrel on top of there as well. So very simple. This is going to rotate 5 times, and when it becomes a precision mechanism, it's going to be dropped into our system. So we're going to do that. We're going to do this. Rotate you so that your power is in the back. And then 1 more grindstone on top. Like so. We'll connect these up with that right there. And that's our grindstones. Anything that can be ground down with sandpaper, we can do with this as well. And then last but not least, we have a basin over here that is going to have 2 inputs. 1 over here, 1 over there. We'll input here and input there. This is going to be used when we want to make any type of alloy, basically. So if you want to make a brass or an andesite alloy, we can use this system, and then this is also going to input over there. But that's basically it. Now I just need to hook up this power. This is going to be our power source. I'm going to bring it up over the ceiling so that I can do the spider webs and stuff and hide them a little bit. Same with the spruce trim. But yeah, all of these are set up. The only thing I need is to hook up their power, and that's about it. And that's it. We've got some pipes running over the ceiling. And then if we go up, we have functioning farms. These are all functioning. They've all been supplied with water. This guy's burning up nicely. The whisks are moving. Everything's moving. And yeah, we'll have a similar ceiling to this one, covering up this little mess of shafts and trim. But overall, it's looking good. It's looking functional. Now it just needs the rest of the building around it, which I can do in like a couple of seconds. Okay, now that's a workshop, all right. Again, we have the diesel generator outside, which is kind of nice. And then this has all been, well, I wouldn't say decorated, but it's all been cleaned up. We've got some windows in. We have a bit of a balcony, which is quite nice. And the basement, I did do a little bit of decorating in the basement just to make it look a little nicer. Oh, I forgot to plug up all the holes. So we'll do that, this, and this. That's a lot better. But we've got some crates, we've got some workbenches, and then we have our lava farm active. Now, there's one more thing that I want to do in this workshop, and that is a quick access to our starter base. And there is a cool thing in this mod pack called Hypertubes. What I want to do is right over here, right? We'll have 2 blocks of space to get ourselves a system in. Let me make a little doorway over here. The thing is, I need to like carve out a route for this because these act kind of like train tracks in the way that they have to have a clear pathway to get the tubes in. Basically how these work, I'm gonna try and see if I can show you the principle with this. Right, you get this tube, and then if you stand on this thing, you get pushed down. It does need a clear pathway, so I'm gonna do some digging, trying to match up this guy with a spot in the base. And yeah, we're gonna try and make this at least a half decent system, so wish me luck, and I'll be right back. Oh, also we have a system that works, so let me show you. I had to do a little bit of clearing, so this is all clear now, and then we're going all the way over here and then around the corner into the other house. Let me show you what that looks like. You don't really see a lot of it, but boom, we follow, and then we're here. So this is mostly if I forget something, I can just quickly get in here, get what I need, and then go back to the workshop, do my stuff, go back, put everything into storage over here. So that's why we have that quick access. I like it. I think it looks good. I do need to blend in the pathway a little bit. I'll get that done soon. Most of all, I need to sort out my inventory and these backpacks. So let me do that first, and then we'll get working on these 2 buildings. Okay, inventory is clean, or at least as clean as can be. Backpack also clean. We do have some more stuff that we can place down. I want to make a dirt/mud farm, since we're going to be using a lot of mud for pathways and buildings and stuff. So I want to start collecting that quite early on. And yeah, we'll squeeze it in here. I think I can fit it in, and I will have the dirt making system outside. This is an idea that I got from Chosen on the Just Great server. I'll refer to his video in the description below if you want to see where I got the idea. It is a different design though. We're going to start off by making coarse dirt, which is a combination of normal dirt and gravel. We're already making gravel. We're going to grab mechanical arms, 1 for each block. Gravel, gravel, gravel. Gotta pick those ones as well. And then we're going to take from here. Oh. Range limitation. Shouldn't be a range limitation. Okay. So, we have our arms set up. And then we need to take that. So this is going to produce coarse dirt. And then we need to turn that into normal dirt, which we can do by turning it into farmland and then drilling it back up. So we'll go right here with the mechanical bearing. Maybe we turn that on the correct way. We'll put that to only place when anchor is destroyed, just to be sure. We'll do 1, 2, 3. Do I have everything on me? Nice. So these are going to place down coarse dirt right here. The plow is going to move over it, turn it into normal dirt. And then the drills are going to follow and get it out. I forgot about the portable storage interface, so I'm going to move the deployers forward a block so I can put that behind it. And then we glued it all together like so. Boom, boom. Like so. Might as well get all of that. Now we do need to get some interfaces up here that are moving items. So we're gonna grab one of these again, which is the easiest way to do this. A buffer chest, because we don't want to run out, or we don't want this to back up, like so. And we'll put one next to here as an output. This one will go out and we'll filter on normal dirt over here. And here is where we split off. So we can use one of these tunnels, where are they? Tunnels to evenly split our output. Let's do some calculations. We use 2 dirt over here to make 4 coarse dirt, right? Then we place down 4 of those coarse dirt pieces over here, and we kind of turn them into dirt. So we made 2 extra dirt pieces on top of the ones that we used to make the coarse dirt. Are we still following? I hope you are, because this is where the fun things begin. Over here, we're going to split those 4 dirt pieces that we've made over here, and we'll return 2 of them to that chest again to be used to make more coarse dirt. And then the other 2 are going to go into storage. I hope that makes sense, because that just means that every time we use 2 dirt, we can return those 2 pieces of dirt. And the only thing that we really need to make sure that we're always in stock of is gravel. Now all I need to do is power this on. I'm probably gonna, again, take power from over here somewhere. And power this farm with our small engine so that the workshop can run at full potential. But let me get all the wiring done, and I'll see you when it's actually running. It is working, but the gravel that we're producing is not fast enough to keep up with and the iron farm and this farm. That's a problem I'm going to fix on stream. I'm going to test out using gravel from my inventory, and then we're going to put that in here. Gravel goes in there, and then that is going to start moving fairly slow. I might speed this up, but who knows. So that's good. Let's see it in action. We're putting it down, and then we're mining it back up, which is good. So that is now emptying the dirt. It's splitting it up, which is good. And then it's continuing over there. Okay, good. I'm probably going to move the mutts thing that we have set up in the basement. I'm probably going to move that over here. I've already prepared water for it, so why not do it right now? There we go. We have a mud farm, a dirt farm, which is slowly getting stuck for some reason. I'll see what happens if I just leave it for a while. But we are making mud, which is great. That's what we want eventually. I'll start thinking about what farm I'm going to put in there, and I'll keep an eye on it and see what happens. I got it to work. The solution was to reduce the amount of dirt in this chest over here. So now it's running on 2 stacks of dirt, so it's rotating those 2 stacks of dirt through the machine, and that gives it some time to fully drain the dirt before it gets started. Gravel's picking up as well, which is nice. It's only ordering it like a half a stack at a time, but that's fine. As long as it's a constant stream of gravel, I'm okay with it. For this building over here, I wanted to do... I've been thinking, like, what resources do I always run out of? And one of those is quartz. All of these electron tubes all need loads of quartz and loads of redstone. Redstone's not that much of a problem. I go caving quite a lot, so that's fine. Now, quartz is something that you can easily automate. Like we could automate redstone as well, but I feel like that is way more of a entire factory type of resource to automate than it is for quartz. Because quartz is just washing soul sand, and soul sand is as easy as haunting sand. So that's something we can easily do like right now. We go you here, right? So that should be the setup. The only thing I need is power. Okay, so power things. Let's do that. Now the question is, the logical thing is to have this come in through here, but we could open up the wall like we did over there. Do want to see how that is, if I need to raise it or not. I want it to come in pretty level. That's honestly pretty perfect. And then this comes down into our little basement area where we are going to connect up to these guys. There we go. So that's going the right direction, and then this hopefully goes the right direction, which is a no. Now we just need to set our filters, get a gauge, and then clean this up a little bit. Okay, that's 2 farms in, which is pretty cool, pretty nice. I also wanted to get a wool farm going, mostly because, one, wool is going to be used to do a lot of the layouts that we're doing for the big builds. I like the idea of having some wool as a backup. So, we don't really need all the colors of wool, just like white wool is fine. I've got the sheep for it, and we might actually use this like ridge to get a animal farm in. For a wool farm, I am going to need some more redstone. We have all the other stuff that we need, but I'm going to do a little mining session in a spot where I haven't been to all that often yet. I've been here. I think we're going to go off in this area and just mine out everything that we can get our hands on, so that we get some more redstone. Honestly, everything. Some zinc would be welcome as well, maybe some gold. We'll do that, we'll get on our way with that, and then I'll get back to you for the actual farm building. Okay, let's make ourselves a sheep farm within these borders. Sheep are in, they're ready to go. Now I do want to automate the making of shears. That goes up there. It's gonna check for shears. And then I need a whole lot of stuff to get over here. One is power, so we'll do that first. Although maybe we get our crafters in first. Just have them sit over here. So we want to get power here, basically. I probably could bring it over from there. So from there over here and then around. Might as well complete this so I can put these up here. Do I have iron? I do. Nice. So we do that. We are gonna look up shears as well. 0 shears, as we expected. Add a new connection. We're going to use the autocrafter to do this. We're going to send it to shears input. And we're going to say we always want 10 in storage. So now that should request some iron from the iron farm. Bring it over all the way. And autocrafter shears for us. I am going to populate these dispensers manually though, so the farm gets going. So we should now stop requesting, which is more than enough. This guy is just gonna keep doing his thing. Oh, also not 10 stacks, 10 items. Okay, but this'll work. Now, we're already collecting some wool. And the only thing we need is to decorate, well, this farm and then the other 2 farms as well. Put the building around it and get this going. So, we have all our buildings in place. Look how much cuter this town is when it's just not empty spaces around the roads. Now it's actually like looking like a hamlet. But everything's decorated. We have like second floors which are empty, of course, as always. And then over here it's the same thing. We've got a second floor, but it's empty. And then we also have, I extended the road, got some more trees in place, making it look a little nicer. Got all the animals into a pen, and then we have our wool farm, which I did end up doubling because wool production was a bit slow, which right now it's not. I've been building a lot. We've got some more sheep in here as well, just, you know, double the production. And then I took away the automation for the shears because, first of all, these do not go that fast. And it just kept getting stuck. So no more shear automation. I'll do it manually once we run out. And overall, I like the vibe this town is getting. A little spoiler for next episode. I think we can call it here. I hope you've enjoyed this episode enough to subscribe and like the video. And I'll see you all next time. Now I need to spend a couple hours doing the same thing over and over. But that's for next week. Bye!